Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 19 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. I know I've been taking quite a hiatus, and you guys have probably been wondering where I've been, so first of all, apologies for that. There's been a couple of reasons. Obviously, I've been not very active as a whole in 2019, and I think that's because I personally don't find 2019 to be the most enjoyable format, plus like I'm just more committed to things outside of VGC right now, but I do realize there's still a fair amount of you guys that really do watch the content and support it. I do really appreciate that, so I still want to be posting videos. I do apologize because I think the quality of content isn't as good as previous years because I haven't been playing as seriously or very competitively, but I still want to bring you guys, fun battles to watch and educational VGC content. So 2019 is also kind of weird because we've got, split formats. So obviously we're in Moon Series right now, and Ultra Series is actually just a month away, which is kind of crazy. But I haven't really played Moon Series very much at all. Like, pretty much the last video I did was on it. So, like, there's not too much left in Moon Series, honestly. But I do want to try out a bunch of different teams and strategies. So, for the next couple of episodes, I'm just going to try out things that I really liked, or some teams of friends that have offered to me. If you guys have cool QR code teams that you want to offer up, I'm very open to trying them as well. I'd rather feature more obscure legendary combinations than the more common stuff that you guys see. But for this episode, I'm going to be using a team built by my friend Jake Magier, who won the Collinsville International, I keep calling it Internationals, Collinsville Regional Championships. It's a standard Xern team, but it's got really cool stuff like Fire MZ Volcarona and AV mixed Tapu Koko. So we'll see how that goes here. He is posting a QR code and a team report for this very shortly, so keep your eyes out open for that. I've linked his Twitter in the description below. He did once again qualify for the World Championships and win Collinsville Regionals with it. So fun team, and I'm gonna try to cycle through teams pretty quickly. I do want to just get battles out here and there. I know that not as many people are interested in watching VGC or maybe just like YouTube content for VGC right now, but I guess like that shouldn't deter me from making content if you guys are still interested in watching it. So I do appreciate those that still tune in. I know everyone's waiting for the Switch and VGC 2020 at this point because I know I personally am. But that being said, I still want to at least be able to post fun content for you guys. So we've got Xern, Kyogre, Lunala team here, which is interesting. Koko is going to be essential here. Koko can't bring Volk here, I think. Koko, Incin, Xern. I think I like that. It's tough because Amoonguss is quite good here, obviously, but it has to worry about, like, I'm bringing my Koko, and if my, so the electric turn is already going to be set up. If my opponent brings his, and it makes it even harder to really spore things. I do have to deal with potential goggles on the stack attack as well as psychic type attacks from the Lunala. So, yeah. Played a couple of games with this team. I actually really like it. I personally have not played Xerneas much in my years of playing like VGC, so I know it's obviously like the most standard legendary, but it's definitely different from what I'm used to. So my opponent's gonna lead with her Koko, as I've got my Koko and Incin, which actually isn't too bad. And those are the two reasons why I really didn't want to bring the Amoonguss. I kind of like just going for a Electro Web here and Snarl. I really like that, actually, yeah. I don't feel the need to fake out. I'm not threatened immensely by my opponent's Koko. Worst case is a Z move coming up, but yeah, Volt Switch makes a lot of sense. Ideally, a Kyogre comes in. If a Kyogre comes in right now and eats up a Snarl and a Electro Web, that's going to be really good for us. It's going to be Stack Attack instead, though, which obviously isn't as ideal, but it's not the end of the world. That's a really bad dodge, though, because that would break the Shadow Shield. I do crit the Stack Attack as a consolation prize, but it's actually going to be Trick Room coming out from the Lunala, which I should have anticipated. We did see this win, or get second at Regionals, actually. So pretty interesting to see that. But that was Lunala and Groudon instead of Lunala Kyogre. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch, obviously. Have to eat up a Rock Slide. I think switching to Groudon is probably just a safer bet here because I don't think Kyogre is gonna come in immediately. That was a great play by my opponent. Not much I could have done to prevent it. Yeah, like, because I have no way of knocking out Lunala there. So I think like, that was fine the way it played out. He is going to get a pretty big Rock Slide off here, unfortunately, but I actually take that pretty decently. And a Moongeist Beam. I should survive this, actually, given the Snarl. So this allows me to position myself to bring in the Instant back in. Yeah, AV Koko takes that like a champ. Volt Switch doesn't knock out Sakataka, but I'll take that. So I get to bring in my Instant back out now. The way I win this game is by stalling out Trick Room and then sweeping the end game with Xerneas. So I want to position myself where Xerneas can come in. I do have to watch out for a bunch of things right now because, of course, I'm in threat of Kyogre coming in if I get a knockout here, and that could be pretty bad because he probably underspeeds me. So I want to position my Groudon as well. So I've got Instant out. Like, an obvious play I could make here is just fake out Stakataka, Precipice Blades. We could see Stakataka protect as Lunala switches out into Kyogre. It's definitely a possible play. I'm worried about eating the Rock Slide, obviously, from Stakataka. Flare Blitz and Rain might not knock it out. I think the safest play is to fake out the stack and actually switch Groudon out. It's a little bit risky if Stakataka just decides to Rock Slide here, though. Actually, if it decides to Rock Slide, I'm just faking it out. What am I saying? Yeah, so Lunala switches out. I'm expecting Kyogre. But it's actually Koko coming in. That makes sense. I think my opponent was hoping for me to fake out Precipice Blades, knock out Koko, you get the free switch it into Kyogre. But I am not trying to give my opponent a free switch into Kyogre right now. Yeah, Stakataka protects. The fake out was just to prevent like a guaranteed knockout onto the Koko. Because I lose this game if like you get Kyogre and Stakataka out next to each other just like that. So I'll take that turn. Gonna Flare Blitz here. We're down to 2 turns of Trick Room left, so it's almost time for Xerneas to come out. Stack probably wants to just Rock Slide here. So I don't mind giving up Koko. It's just if I get flinched, that's the main thing. I'm going to double up on Stack. You could also miss the Koko, so I really need to knock out Stakataka because that's the counter. I dodge it with Instant, okay. And Koko survives. Wow. I wasn't expecting that, but we take those. That's great for us. Obviously, the dodge is slightly fortunate, but I mean, I was getting the knockout there either way because I did survive. So that's really good for us. We knock out the Stakataka, which is by far the biggest threat to the Xern, and I get to swap out now. The question is whether I want to risk bringing Xern here. I just doubt my opponent's Z-moving a Koko. If the Koko even has a Z move. So I've like slowly chunked everything away now, so I'm like almost in a position to just click Geomancy and win. Alright, if that's going into Xerneas slot, my opponent's a god. That's the one thing I didn't want to risk. Like, I could have brought in Groudon, but I feel like if it goes into Xern, though, I just tossed all of that. I think it was, maybe it wasn't worth the risk. Okay. My heart was like pounding there. I was like, if you actually call this, you are a lord. But I'll take that. Okay. Pretty clear spot to bring Koko in, I think. I mean, I could bring in Groudon, but if the Kyogre... I don't know how fast the Kyogre is. That's the main thing. So I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just bring in Koko, sack it. My opponent's actually bringing in Lunala. Okay, nice. This is really good for us, actually, I think. Because Xerneas is... I'm going to underspeed my opponent's Koko, so I just click Geomancy. You can Moongeist beam me, like, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to Wild Charge the Lunala, and... Because once Xerneas sets up, I think I just win, right? So... Yeah, I'm just going to Wild Charge and Geomancy. Like, even if Raid is up, even if I lose the Weather Ward, that's fine if Xerneas just gets set up. Yeah, so he's just going to Psyshock me, that's fine. So I get the Geomancy, I get the Wild Charge. Unless my opponent's Koko can knock out my Xern right now, but I know the Z-move's been committed already. A Thunderbolt should have knocked me out. It was better the Volt Switch, though, definitely. Because I might be taking too much damage here. Wild Charge was not the play. I should have Volt Switch for sure. Because the Xern in rain just... I mean, Xern in Sun definitely wins the game. Like, I wanted the extra damage on Lunala, but a Volt Switch there just would have accomplished that. That was a bad play on my end. But he's gonna Volt Switch! Oh. That's not good. I mean, it should be Kyogre coming out. So it actually worked out. But I got crit. Crit is unfortunate. This is going to be a close finish. That makes this game a lot more interesting, that's for sure. Oh, that's a very unfortunate crit. Alright, we know Koko's my opponent's last one. I'm set up with Xern. I'm leaning towards clicking Dazzling Gleam's Swords Dance here. I could also protect Xern's Swords Dance, but I could get doubled up into Groudon. I don't know if Moonblast knocks out Kyogre. That's the main thing, right? I'm leaning towards Gleam Swords Dance. Lunala just could protect. We also don't know. The Koko could have Grass Knot as its last move. That would be really bad for us. Alternatively, I could just Precipice Blades protect Xern. I actually like that. I think I survive a double up from the Lunala and the Kyogre. And if we bait out a protect from either of my opponent's Pokemon, it's really good for us. Nice. Okay. Perfect. That should win us the game. If we connect the Precipice Blades. Okay. Crow is unfortunate just because it means you can click Scald to get the knockout now. But now I can just... I wonder if Gleam knocks out Kyogre. Yeah, I'm just going to Precipice Blades Dazzling Gleam, I think. Let me think, I mean, is there a reason to Moonblast Kyogre? I don't think so. You could even protect Kyogre and then Lunala would knock out the Xerneas, so I'd rather just get the spread damage off right now. The protect ended up being the correct call last turn. It was pretty interesting because I was thinking, okay, my Koko's gonna... I was like kind of angry because I went for the... and he actually swaps out. But that guarantees me the win, I think, instead of having to deal... Because I think Gleam... Unless Gleam doesn't knock out the Lunala here. But it should, right? And then I just click Moonblast. So let's see. Gleam comes out. Should get the knockout right. Okay, good. Nice. So I got the win condition I was going for with this game, and that worked out perfectly. My opponent made definitely a nice play turn one. My Koko being slower definitely helped a bit. It allowed me to make some good plays under Trick Room. But the main thing was basically, like, you saw my opponent was baiting out the fake out Precipice Blade, so switching out Groudon in the middle of that game was really important. Because I think I just lose the game if you have Kyogre and Stack Attack out next to each other, because I can't deal with a combination of both. So preservation there was super key. But yeah, they just click Moonblast, and that should be game. Fun game for sure. The crit was really scary. Like, the HP bar was moving down so quickly, and I was like, oh no, please. But we end up surviving. And Moonblast cleans up. Nice. So this was a classic, get Xerneas in and sweep. Have to alt style Trick Room, but if you're able to do that, then it works out perfectly. So we do get a win with the first game with this team. I think, yeah, I mean, there are a couple of things in this matchup that are nice too, right? You've got Spread Snarl, you've got the Electro Web, so like the spread damage really adds up pretty quickly, especially against Kyogre. Like Assault Vest Koko is just really good. Getting that chip damage off initially against the Stack Attack was really good for us as well. And obviously my Koko hanging on from that Rock Slide, plus the Avoid onto Incineroar, both were quite fortunate. So we do rack up a win there, and we're almost in the 1700s actually. I'm gonna find Stu for our next opponent of the day. The intro got cut off there. But let's see. Got Groudon, Xern, Venu, Incin, Talonflame, and Tapu Koko. So it's opposing Xern. Volk really could make some sense here. I do want to bring it. It's just I have to worry about the Talonflame, which is the downside. It's hard to bring a Mungus here. Like Insane, Volt, Groudon, Xern is okay. Koko's not bad here, but it's not the best either. Let's see, against Venusaur, Groudon. Let's go Insane Volk actually. With Xerndon in the back, yeah. So, I'm glad I get to feature Volk because I really wanted to. Has a lot of potential, right? You can Tailwind, which can be really important in this matchup. You can Rage Powder, so it serves as another means of redirection, which can be really important. And the initial Intimidate can be really good here as well. I mean, depends on what my opponent leads with, right? You could just go with, like, Instant and Xerneas on my opponent's end, which could kind of be annoying, actually. Yeah, I guess if my opponent just leads Instant Xern, that could be kind of ugly. I was thinking maybe, like, something Talonflame or something Groudon Venu, but let's see if Instant Volt can do something here. Groudon Talonflame, okay. I don't mind that. Wonder if Fire Z Volk in Sun knocks out Talonflame after Fake Out Chip. I really wondered that. Safe place 100% Fake Outing Talonflame here is just what do I want to do with Volk? I want to Z the Talonflame so bad. Because I think that might knock it out. I'm going to double up into Talonflame. I could see Groudon protecting or switching out into Incin. Yeah. Alright, well, this works out one way or another. My opponent did bring triple fire, so yeah, I could not have brought Amoonguss into this matchup. Okay, no protect. It's not going to get the knockout. But at least Gale Wings now is not in effect. I don't think this knocks out. It was a little bit of an ambitious play, but I don't think Tailwinding accomplishes much there because my opponent's just going to Tailwind afterwards anyway. So, yeah. If this knocks out Talonflame, then Volk is officially the MVP. I guess I underestimated how good Volcarona can be. You know, that's not even necessarily great for us, because now you can bring out Xern, but I guess I can just Tailwind Snarl. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Snarl, I mean, I could just overheat the Xern, but... yeah, I think you probably have to fake out Instant out of fear of like a Roar. I just want to overheat it in the sun, but I guess a miss would be really bad, right? And I do have the advantage of Snarl as well. But Tailwinding doesn't accomplish much, does it? Not really, no. I'm just gonna go for the damage. Who does he fake out? It does fake out Volk, okay. It's even better for us. Yeah, you Geomancy. If I hit this Snarl, then we're chilling, because then I can just Snarl you again and then Tailwind and then get up my own Geomancy. I can't believe we just obliterated Talonflame like that. Wow, that felt so good. I don't think I've ever seen a Volcarona one-shot Talonflame. And these guys have been around for a while, too. Okay, we hit the Snarl. That's really good. Okay. I do have to worry about Flare Blitz from Incineroar, obviously. Could just Snarl Protect here. I like Snarl Protect and then Tailwind. I just don't know the Incineroars from... oh, Xern checks, okay. Probably a Flare Blitz going into my Xern, or my Volk. A better play might have just been to U-turn out and set up Geomancy immediately. No, I don't have Tailwind up. I don't, not like that. This next turn I definitely Snarl and Tailwind. I'm just scared of my opponent's Incineroar having Roar. Yeah, Flare Blitz into Protect. Nice. So now we Snarl and we Tailwind. Xern's gonna be back to neutral. Just gonna Moonblast my Instant, that's fine. Oh! Wow, that was really scary. A knockout there actually would have been really bad for us. But that actually ends up... We have net positive, actually, because we end up with more HP than we probably should have had. So we finally get the Tailwind up. I wonder if I survive the Blitz. Let's see. Unfortunately not. But that's okay. And Snarl connects. Good. The only thing that's scary here is if I lose this... If we do Speed Tie and I lose it, and he gets the Moonblast off. Because you can Moonblast Flare Blitz me right now. I could just bring out Groudon and Precipice Blades. It's still better to bring out Xerneas here. This is a no bulk Xerneas, that's the main thing I'm scared of. It's definitely better to just protect U-turn here, yeah. I should U-turn the Instant to guarantee that I get Groudon out. Because then I can ideally... we'll see. Like, I just don't want to eat a Moonblast and Flare Blitz into Xerneas, which is why... I'm sorry, my thing is also lagging a little bit, so if the quality is going down a bit, I do apologize for that. Yeah, I don't want to eat a Moonblast and a Flare Blitz, so I want to U-turn out so I have Groudon to just pressure the Instant with the knockout with Precipice Blades. He actually makes the call into the Instant, though. It's a good call. But yeah, it doesn't knock us out. He's Moonblasting the Instant. I wonder if he has Roar on the Incineroar then. But that's exactly why I did not want to risk it for the biscuit. I really want to win this one just because we knocked out a freaking Talonflame with the... Oh, that was such a good play. Wow, what? Really didn't think my opponent would do that. That's impressive. That was a really hard read. That was like a hard, you're not going to Geomancy. Really nice play. Sunlight does fade. I do have Tailwind as well. Just hasn't committed a Z move yet. Could be Groudon with Z move. I'm going for the Geomancy and the Swords Dance. If he doesn't knock me out here... Oh, okay, that's super good. If he's going for that, though, then Groudon probably Z's into my Xern. But we do get the Swords Dance off. If it's not a Z move going into Xern, the game's over for sure. But it should be a Z move into Xern. I just thought, like, if you have a Talonflame on the team, I expect the Talonflame to have it more of the time. But that's still a net positive for us. Oh, or you could have that. That's still okay, though, I guess. It was the Groudon that had the Roar, really? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Low-key want a Swords Dance again. Better play is to Precipice Blades. Fake out Xern, because we know it attacked last turn. Yeah, I need the guaranteed damage against Xern right now. Oh, he actually swaps that one out. That's a good play. I mean, yeah, I could fake out Groudon Swords Dancer, which would win me the game, but it's kind of an aggressive play to go for. Oh, I can't believe the Groudon had the Roar. That was... So he's just sacking the Instant. which is interesting. Gets himself back to neutral, though, obviously. Okay. I don't mind that. So it's 2-on-3 now. I'm more inclined to swap out my instant to cycle in another fake out. I still have my berry on Groudon, which is really important. That's good for us. And Groudon's still at +1, so I'm still doing like good damage. And this is a bulky Groudon too. It's one beefy boy. We just haven't seen a Z move yet. That's the scary thing. But Groudon is intimidated. But a Moonblast plus a Z move probably still knocks out my Groudon. We've seen Roar already. I mean, he could Roar me here, but that would be pretty ridiculous, I think. I think I'm just going to Precipice Blades here and swap out into my Xern. I think my Groudon's faster. Should be faster. Actually, I can't say that for sure. Okay, he is Moonblasting. Well, okay, my heart was dropping because I saw the crit, but it ended up rocking the berry, so that actually works out in our favor. He actually was faster, but I don't think he would have knocked me out. Oh, we'll see. Is that another crit? Oh my goodness. 2 crits. And he was faster. I mean, does this really come down? Is there, like, does it come down to speed ties, more or less? No, it depends on, I mean, I haven't seen the Groudon's item yet. It looks pretty dang bulky. Do I sack? I think I sack Groudon. And bait out a potential Protect here. Wow, this ended up being a super intense game, actually. I just don't know how fast the Xerneas is. The fact my Groudon is slower is unfortunate. Oh, you opted to Gleam. That doesn't matter, yeah. That makes sense. I think it might be a speed swipe between our Xerneases. And I hate that so much. I wish I expected the Roar. I was playing scared of Roar the whole time and ended up being Groudon that had it. Fake out Groudon, Moonblast Xern here for sure. You could protect the Xern here now. You could just double protect, actually. Actually, I don't know why you wouldn't double protect. Yeah. Oh man, I don't think we're gonna... It is -2 Groudon. I just really don't know whose Xerneas is faster right now. I mean, mine is obviously gonna be faster unless his is. So, okay, if I win the speed tie... If it is a speed tie and I win, Groudon Precipice Blades, it's gonna be -2 and then a -1. It's gonna be really close. But I think it favors my opponent more than me right now, actually. No, we lose the tie. That sucks. You can still miss Precipice Blades, but if we hit that, then he has to hit both Precipice Blades. If he misses, that's an insta-win. Oh well. Yeah, we don't dodge it. Let's knock us out, though. We do survive. Yeah, I mean, the crits were... We got crit a bunch, but I think they all honestly might have been more favorable than unfavorable. Nah, I mean, no, the crit on Groudon, the double crit is kind of bad. I mean, we could still crit a Moonblast here. That would really be hilarious. And if he doesn't have Fire Punch, I mean, it's probably over, but it's never over until it's over. Oh, we just knocked it out! I really didn't think Moonblast would just knock out Groudon. It looked pretty bulky, but I guess it was defensively bulky, not as much in special defense. Wow, that was an absurd game. Jeez. I don't think I played too hot in that one, honestly. Because it was looking so good for us from the start, and then I got the snarls off, but then I just wasn't in a position to really consistently get damage off. My opponent made that crazy good play reading my Protect on Xerneas that one turn. So I Geomanced these Swords Dance the next turn thinking, oh, he doesn't have ZZ move, we're good. But then the Roar came out. Wow, that was nuts. I really didn't think Xern would get the knockout there with Moonblast in the end because the Groudon looked so bulky. Like, it took my +1 Precipice Blades with over 50%, and I was like, okay, we probably don't get the knockout. But yeah, I guess it was mainly defensive and not special defensive, or we just got a high roll. Either way, that was a really, really fun episode, especially that second game. It's not every day you see a Volcarona knock out a Talonflame, and the crits honestly kind of could have worked in our favor in the sense that it did proc the berry each time. It was just funny to see 3 crits like that in a row. I mean, that's pretty nuts. But yeah, it's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I mentioned, I'm planning on cycling through teams in the next couple of episodes. So I'm going to try this one, try out a bunch of other teams. And if you have your team that you might want me to feature, I definitely am open to trying out QR codes teams. And having any suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.